There might be situations, though, that you're recalling from before that happened, right? So it might be like, we're going to have to practice that again later, and kind of making a mental note in the real moment of like, okay, I'm just going to get their switch back on is the first step. I'm not going to fix this problem right now, but I'm going to make a mental note that they need to practice, how to get that toy from their brother, for example. Or if you've just told them no and they're freaking out, you're just going to move on, right? You're not going to have a conversation with them about why they're told no, why they can have it, when they can have it, all of that. None of that is necessary unless their switch is on. If their switch is on, give them all that information. Great. But if they are freaking out about it or whining or crying or trying to negotiate or ask questions why, and it's just not an option, move your body on to something else so that you're not stuck having this conversation with your child about it. Because when you're stuck, you're not showing them what to do. But then you get their switch back on, right? Later on, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 6 hours from now, maybe even tomorrow, you're going to go and create an opportunity during play, during leisure time, whatever your child's age is, whatever that looks like for them. And you're going to say, you know what? I can tell that you're having a hard time when I tell you no. We're going to practice that. Right now, right here. Ask me for some things, right? And you set up that teaching moment. You get them asking for things and you tell them no, and you cue them what to say instead. You practice what to do instead, but you do that when their switch is on. They're at their best.